Get some analysis on this now. We can speak to Ahmet Keser. He is a retired full colonel with the Turkish Armed Forces and a professor of political science and international relations at Hasan Kalyoncu University. Good to have you with us. So what we've been hearing so far from the main opposition group in Damascus, which we understand are the ones who are in control right now of the capital. This is the group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. They've been making all of the right noises and saying that they want an inclusive government that will respect everyone's rights and want to manage this in a peaceful, transitional way. But are they the ones to be in a position to guarantee a peaceful and democratic transition, given their past ties to terrorist groups like Daesh?
Hazım Sika, thank you first of all for having me. Of course, there is a critical question, and maybe we can say that there is an examination for proving themselves and increasing their legitimacy for HTS as well. Of course, I think I understand that the observer should be someone else, because the governing party, even if they insist that they will conduct, and they are conducting a kind of participatory governance, and they will try or apply the same thing all over the country, is not sufficient. So there should be some international observers which guarantee the rights of the civilians and not to cause any new humanitarian disaster in the region, because this is the handover turnover period is especially very critical. Just there might be some groups or countries as well which may use this vacuum as a window of opportunity for their territorial extension or power extension as well. So if we look at the past applications of HTS, especially in Idlib region, for we can say at least 3 years, they insist and try to give a figure outside that they are trying to implement a kind of participatory governance system by using a kind of board system as well. So here we will see, I think, in a couple of days, what kind of a government they will construct. Will they include all parties, all sects, all ethnic groups? And here the question is, I think to solve the dilemma between the stability, security, and also the representation. So if they can solve this problem, I think this may help their at least international fame, and so their image from insurgent group or terrorist organization to a governance organization may change. And this may follow up some kind of official recognitions in the international area or at the mutual relations as well.
And what do you believe Turkey can do to ensure stability in this new Syria?
First of all, the unification of the country is the utmost importance for Turkey now. That's why I think for all the parties, first, Turkey is observing what they will do. And of course, for Syrian National Army, on the other hand, Turkey is the one who is the constructing public administration and other units, more than just advisory position. For HTS also, Turkey and also some of the Gulf countries like Qatar and others, neighboring countries especially, may take the responsibility to take an active role to help for all the parties to be included in the governance system, and a kind of new constitution which includes all the parties and which recognize the rights for all the parties, so that none of the minority lost their any humanitarian rights as well. I think Turkey can be an active actor in this way, but I think we have to think about the offensive measures taken by Israel and United States at the moment, which adds an extra tension already, which is on the ground because of the vacuum. So I think all the neighboring countries, including Israel, should be very careful about this one. And none of the countries should now conduct any kind of offensive measure against Syria, and just give some time for the new governance system and governance organizations to reorganize themselves. Otherwise, there might be, because now we see that mass accumulation is ongoing towards Aleppo, Damascus, and those kind of cities, and there is no public administration. There is no law enforcement body, etc. So any kind of disturbance within the community may cause real problems again, and then this chaotic environment may cause another internal civil conflict. So that's why all the countries should be very careful at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And there were several opposition groups that were aligned against Bashar al-Assad to defeat his regime. And now that he is gone, is there a danger, do you think, that we might see an Iraq-style scenario of these different groups fighting against each other and bringing further chaos and instability?
Hazem, when we look at the historical experience, this region especially is full of the examples of the events, as you mentioned, because especially after the collapse of all high powers in the region, we see that some of the feudal structures or warlords may not go into power sharing easily. So that's why I think the balance among all the groups should be constructed very carefully at the moment. If a power struggle within all these groups start again, then that will be another internal and civil conflict, which will cause a lot of pain, and people will suffer again once more. Because now there is an opportunity for all those refugees living in the neighboring countries, even in Europe, to return to their homeland back again if the situation gets well and calm down. So that's why this is a very sensitive time period. I think the first week and the 15 days, 2 weeks period is very important. And we will see if they could succeed to construct such a representative governance system or not, or they will prefer to dominate other groups. So that's why I think the groups will be very careful. Till now, the signals coming from Jolani gives a kind of democratic presentation, or at least trying to give such kind of an image. So we have to look at the applications, of course, not the voice or the words. So that's why if we can see the applications also on the ground, I think this may help more in this way.
Good to get your analysis, Ahmet Keser. Thanks very much for being with us.